Hey guys, and welcome to a special edition of Conversation with AnouMe. We are celebrating AnouMe's first birthday, and I just wanted to say, give you guys, big thank you for supporting us over the last year, and just tell you a little bit about the story of how CWA kind of came about. And I think it was around this time last year that Ines and Marika, the three of us, were working together, and the way that it came about was I was getting asked a lot of questions about intuition, about various different topics, and a lot of topics we've actually covered as part of CWAs in terms of projection, life purpose, energy stuff, mind stuff, business stuff. So some of the questions were quite repetitive. So we decided to kind of just do CWA partly to kind of answer those questions, because they're not just serving one person. I know a lot of people had the same sort of questions, and we just thought we'll just play it. And we started off doing, I think it was 2 days, like Monday and Thursdays. We used to produce them twice a week, and then we moved down to once a week. And our intention was just to answer those questions and see if any of you guys had any other questions, and just play with it. And it's already a year that has gone by, and we're still doing it because there's so many topics that we can discuss, so many questions that I still get asked. So this is where we are, and we thought today that we'll do it slightly differently and share with you what we've learned over the last year by doing this. And there's some really golden nuggets. I think a lot of the topics that we picked have been situations that we've been in, as well as situations like maybe some of my clients have been in as well, and then questions that I've been asked in terms of that. So I'm going to hand it over to Ines because she's a little bit more prepared than I am. And she will just kind of go through some of our favorite topics of CWA. So Ines, what is your first one?
So I think probably my favorite CWA episode is Make Peace with Yourself. Mm-hmm. And I think the bit that spoke to me the most is the sentence that says, make peace where you are and who you are today, and then move on. Yes. Otherwise, you'll face the same situations over and over again, which reminded me of, no matter what the decisions are you making, whether it's career, business, relation, doesn't matter. But that ability to really make peace with yourself, I think that one spoke to me the most. Yeah. What about you?
I haven't really prepared it, but I think I'm just going to have a quick look at my notes. I think one of the ones is we had a topic called let go of the how, or just let go of how. Mm-hmm. And that one is such a crucial topic, because we're always operating from this perspective that we need to know all the steps before we actually action it. Mm-hmm. And then we get stuck. So when we let go of the how, we kind of invite more freedom into our life and more flow into our life, and it makes things much easier.
Yeah.
When we focus on the how, we're actually looking for somebody else's method rather than creating our own way. We're looking for somebody else's method to get us from A to B rather than creating our own way to getting from A to B.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'll go with the next one on my end. I think another topic that really resonated a lot with me of the episode was the one titled Slowing Down or Slow Down. I think especially the bit that says it's a daily practice that enhances our sense of awareness. And I think it just reminded me how it's somehow counterintuitive, right? But it brings so just another dimension that I was not aware of, in a way, right? Being very headstrong and trying to do as many things as I can and in the shortest time span as possible. Yeah. I realized, wow, there is another way to do things and do probably more things and more quality things, right? This is just approaching maybe to work or whatever. Yeah. But just like slowing down and gaining that awareness of self and others. And I think in the way I moved in the environments around me, I think that one was really cool. Yeah. So
wow. I think my next one would be life purpose. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that, because there's so much talk these days around what is my life purpose, you know, and people helping you to define what your life purpose is. Whereas I have a completely different perspective on that. Like, our life purpose is constantly changing, and it's at the different things at different stages of our life, right? And it's more about being in tune with yourself and fulfilling purpose at that particular time, rather than looking for, okay, this is my life purpose, I'm going to be, for example, an energy healer or a coach. That is my purpose in life. I would say that's one of your purpose in life. You know, and it's having a view of, actually there's more than one purpose, and you can have more than one purpose in any given moment in time, and also those purpose will change throughout your life. So I think that was a key kind of takeaway from that one. And do you have one more, Ines?
Yes, I do. And it's the episode, or the CWA, with the title Manifesting. I think what I like the most about that episode is probably, even though the topic is very mainstream, I would say, in the whole personal development industry or the space, I think the angle or the perspective was kind of really new, or probably unique in the way I sort of, I don't know, my own impression of it. And the bit that is pretty unique to me is that creating that sense of alignment, when our head and our heart desires are in alignment, that is when we manifest easily. And many times we're clear what is it that we want, but then we don't connect the head and the heart desires, if that makes sense. So that was a great, just almost like an opportunity to kind of check in with myself, really, and ask, what is it that you really want? And is that really what is it that you want? So that was the key takeaway for me. And I think you've got another one?
I've got one more. And I think it's a recent one that we just did, which is on projection. And I think this one spoke really loudly to me, because we're doing it all the time. Many of us are projecting all the time onto another person. And I think it's, you know, the more we're able to raise our awareness of what we're doing, then not only are we able to heal ourselves from within that, but also and take responsibility of what we're projecting onto someone, because we project because we're unable to kind of deal with ourselves. You're then creating a much more cleaner environment. You know, because, you know, again, if you project something onto somebody else, they'll start reacting. So then it just kind of creates a chain reaction. Whereas it can start and end with you, if that makes sense.
True.
So that's our favorite. Do you guys have any of your favorites? And if you do, please feel free to kind of comment below and give us, you know, share your main, was it, Ines calls it golden nuggets or takeaway from
golden nuggets, takeaways.
And is there anything else that you'd like to add, Ines?
No, I think you mentioned it. As Depika said, like most of the topics kind of fall under one of the 4 categories. So energy, business, career, mind, body and heart, and relationships. So if there's any of the questions that popped into your head as you were listening, our favorite top 3, just drop us a message and suggest the topic for the upcoming episode maybe as well.
And thank you again for supporting us over the year. We'll see where we go, because we're just still playing with it and see what happens. And if you'd like to see anything else or see us do something different, just let us know, because we're going with the flow, really.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.